pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Grand on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man is Denzel Mims. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 and now on 1st down. That's complete to Darrington Evans, the running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From midfield, here's Tua. Evans has it left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24.
Watch your team. Watch your team. Watch your team. Cut.
From the gun, it's Tua. Going right side here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and a yard at the 15-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A first look now for Darrington Evans. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now we'll run with Evans. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Tua on fourth down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. They'll look to run with Evans. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The ground, this is Derrick Henry, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Derrick Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Derrick Henry.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Texans 3. Titans nothing.
Off play action. Powell looking here for Smith down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans.
Complete to
Vincent Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
On 2nd down, Tua. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Tunga Vailoa's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 15.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Tua now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run with Evans. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Tunga Vailoa to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Grand on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15 on green.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
You got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he will have a Titans 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Up with 2 yards. 1st down, Tennessee. On 1st and 10, Powell. They set up the screen for Henry. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun, Powell. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts.
as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. From the gun, Powell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A first down carry for Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Smith catches left side. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And right side, Henry's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Operating from the gun, Powell. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Out of bounds down at the 6-yard line.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring.
2nd and 4.
From the gun, Powell. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua, a final shot before half. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. They find some open field here. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big run there by Henry. 63 yards on the ground. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking to pass. Tua forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Tua sets up to pass it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's brought down at the...
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now left side on the swing pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Texans' 11-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Darrington Evans, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 15. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Darrington Evans.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer.
The Texans will line up.
It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, it's Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
The 48-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua sliding out of the pocket. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got Evans. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards there. First down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That is caught inside the 5. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Darrington Evans with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. And now the Texans once again lining up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Tua. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score, Titans 35. Texans 24.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Play fake. Powell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, they'll start out with Evans.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there. A gain of 14 and a first down.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. Texans. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. Today's final.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart.